and welcome back to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show, sponsored by Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa and Dunston Hall Estate, Garden Centre and Bistro.
Welcome back to my twitchy eyelid as well. Have I told you this this morning?
No!
It's back.
I thought we'd seen the back of that.
I feel like I'm falling apart a little bit. But anyway, welcome along to episode 4 of series 5. I think that's what it is.
There's a lot of numbers there.
I don't even know what the date is today.
It's the 8th of December. Just bear with me, guys.
Go
Talk
on,
amongst yourselves.
Tell us how many days?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... Oh no, 17 days to go, guys.
17 days till the big day.
Are you ready for Christmas?
No, am I? Mate, well actually no, this isn't a mate, but I am usually 1st of December, trimmed up, decked up, sorted. I've got a tree up, one tree up, that's it.
See, I'm quite organised this year. Like I feel like we've swapped roles this year.
I'm all over the shop.
My house is trimmed within a whisker. Yeah, it's all done. And also yesterday, and we'll talk a little bit more about this in a minute, I actually was quite productive after having a glass of wine at lunchtime. I think this is me now.
You did the dangerous thing. You went shopping after a bit of booze. Mind you, sometimes you're a bit like, get it.
Mate, I got all of Lily's stuff, all of it
done. You done that?
I don't know.
Where did you get it from?
Well, it was like, you know when you want to get cheapy little bits for them? And I went to, what's that? Cheap as hell shop in Chesterfield.
Pound
shop. Pretty much. What's it called? The one opposite Pizza Pie.
Yes, I think it's called Cheap as Hell.
Yeah, literally. There was like LOL things. I was like chucking it all in the basket. Sorted. That's her like little mixture of stuff.
Oh, well, bloody well done you.
I know, I'm quite proud of myself.
I'm going to Meadowhall today. I'm already regretting it. I've not even been.
Oh, it's going to be busy.
It's going to be busy, but I've got a few things I need to get that Grace spotted in London. So I was like, right, on my little checklist in my head.
Yeah.
Going to go and grab that. If it's not there, I'm just going to cry.
I think this time last year, I had COVID and I was isolating, and I actually did all of my Christmas shopping online. And I sat there with a beer one evening doing it, thinking, why do I not do this every year? This is delightful.
Because I tell you why I don't trust the delivery process this close to Christmas. Had it been in November, I should have got my shit together and done it. But right now I'm like, have I ordered anything? Now I'm still waiting for an ASOS delivery from November, mate.
Oh, actually saying that, because Royal Mail on strike, aren't they, as well?
Yeah.
I've sent back 3 parcels, like Pretty Little Thing, Zara, H&M, something else. I've not had that email through going, yeah, we've got your order.
Oh, no.
So if any postal workers are listening, could you please get back to work?
Just for Becky.
Yeah, I've got things that need processing.
Just for Becky's parcels.
So yesterday lunchtime, we went to the Tickled Trout in Barlow. We were doing some filming there, social media filming for them, weren't we? And I don't know what happened, right? It was the middle of the day, and lovely Melissa, who works behind the bar there, went, what do you want, girls? Do you want a coffee? And normally we have a coffee, don't we?
We do, yeah.
You had a coffee yesterday.
I didn't.
You had a water.
I had a water.
And I went, Melissa, no. I went, hold the coffee. I'm going to have a red wine.
Oh my God.
And mate, I got the flavour for it.
Didn't you just?
Oh, it went down so well. And it was a bit like, fuck it, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you say now, isn't it?
Early on to do that, middle of the day, red wine drinking. But do you know what? It was fine.
We had some good fun, didn't we? With me a little bit tiddly.
Well, we like it though. We've actually decided that we might just move in. We might just... I don't think they'd mind.
Yeah.
I think they're quite used to us there.
It feels like home when we go there.
Well, Chris listens to our podcast. He particularly liked the episode about me not getting any willy pictures. And he played the episode to his young chef. How old is that boy?
I don't know.
Can't be more than 18, can he?
Something like that.
Terrified him.
Yeah, but also as well, we're in a WhatsApp group with Chris, and he now keeps sending through Willy memes and Willy gifs.
Which are awful, by the way. Please stop doing that.
No, Chris, continue.
No, don't.
Makes my day just seeing a Willy meme pop up on my phone.
Jesus. There's one with like a tongue flapping. I'm like, oh God.
That one I'm not so keen on.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I have thought about deleting that one. It's a bit, oh no.
Every time I open the message, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's a bit grey. So Chris, if you could delete that one, that would be great. But then yesterday, as we were leaving, I didn't know whether this red wine was a freebie or not, right? I'll be honest. I didn't know whether I had to pay for it or not.
So Becky did this thing where she's like, I don't know what to do. Shall I pay over my red wine. But she was like whispering so loudly, you may as well have been shouting. And the barmaid was like literally just stood there looking at you. And you're like, oh, I'm going to go and pay for it.
Well, I didn't notice she was there cleaning a table. And I said it to you and I thought, oh, bloody hell. And so she obviously heard me say that. So then I obviously had to go and pay.
Well, we chowed down on a Christmas pizza, which, by the way, how nice was that Christmas pizza? That's the first Christmas pizza I've ever had, actually.
Me too. Yep.
If you want to, there's a giveaway actually on Tickle Trout's Instagram if you want to try a Christmas pizza. So we don't pay for that, obviously, because we film it, perks of the job and all that.
Yeah, and I didn't know whether the wine went with the pizza.
Well, I mean, usually we just make a swift, sharp exit.
Yeah, bye! See you, Chris! Literally leg it and then in the car park. He doesn't see us for dust, does he? But no, yesterday I paid for my wine.
Yeah. Well,
I did a good thing.
Do you know what? Well done, you.
Cheers, love. We haven't talked about this from last week, actually. Did we get trolled?
God.
Is that the
I would
phrase?
say I think
we did.
Yeah, it is trolling.
We got torn apart.
Apparently, who was it? Someone messaged me going, "Oh, you've made it because you've now got trolls." So it's like,
we got haters. So last week we were featured on. It's a local Facebook group, isn't it? Called Sheffield Online. It's kind of we've mentioned it before, haven't we? It talks about things happening in and around Sheffield. It's a local Facebook group for local people. Anyway, we were featured on there last week. I mean, people went in, didn't they, mate? They went in.
So we put a photo on of us at our Christmas do at Dunston Hall. And I had very high heels on that night. So, I mean, the comments came thick and fast, didn't they, really?
Do you remember that one? Someone put, damn. That's one tall woman. Damn.
Then it was like, where's Cinderella? In this picture.
I didn't get that at first, but it obviously means these two are the ugly sisters. Yeah.
And there were loads, like trying to figure out if these two are lesbians.
I hear Chernobyl is nice. Good this time of year.
I'd rather stick pins in my eyes and listen to this. Who are they? Who are they? Who even are? There was loads. Like who are they? Who are they though? But then the best one pinged through and I didn't see it. You screenshotted me and you were like, mate, look at this. Someone just put slappers. Oh my.
I haven't heard the phrase slappers for years.
Is that 90s, you slappers? Is it 90s?
You pair of slappers.
Is it 90s?
Yeah, I'd say it is quite 90s.
Great phrase.
Should we bring back the phrase slappers?
To be fair, I think we have, because we've been called slappers now by at least 3 people this week.
Yeah, well, when we went to see Chris yesterday at the Tickle Trout, he was like, all right, slappers. We went in and we've actually changed each other to Slapper Summers and Slapper Hayes.
I love it.
I do need to change it though, because Lily keeps seeing it pop up when you message me. She's like, Slapper Summers. And I'm like, oh, I need to change that.
But yeah, it was brutal. But luckily, then what happened is lots of people that listened started kind of like commenting nice comments and having a go back at these people, which is so nice. It almost got flooded with nice comments in the end, didn't it?
Do you know what? That's how it should be, actually. Whenever somebody's getting trolled or bullied online, you should have an influx of people who are like, no, and go in and kind of like override it.
And the thing is as well, is that these people, when they're questioned, when they're like, oh, here, lots of people like cue the men just saying horrible things. And then they always come back with, oh, it's free speech. It's like, that's not free speech. That's just you being an absolute arse.
I know. And let's not forget as well, these people will be sat at home, literally just keyboard warriors with nothing better to do. Probably on the dole.
What I like is the fact that we're probably going to post. I think we're going to do it every Friday, aren't we? I'm actually looking forward to it. I think we should pick photos where they're just going to be like, "Oh, is that a bloke? Are you
my God. Do you remember the photos we had in our photo shoot that really make us literally die?
Hang on, wait.
Why don't we put that one on and try and get horrible comments?
Do you mean the whispering one?
Yes.
Do you know what I found the other day?
What?
I found it.
Oh, I love it.
We keep trying to we keep losing these photos for some bloody reason.
Yeah.
Mate, I found it and I screenshotted it because I thought we're going to
We're going to use it one day. So we had a photo shoot. This was probably about 2 years ago, wasn't it? Love the photos, but obviously there's some really horrendous ones that were like, no. And there's one where we do look like a pair of lesbians in some autumnal photo shoot. It's horrendous.
I'm whispering into. I mean, can you imagine the comments that we'll get?
Perhaps we should put it on.
I'm trying to find out. What I might do is put it. Well, should we put it on our Insta stories and go? Do you dare us to see what happens?
Yeah, do a poll.
Yes. Oh, do we dare though? Because it is, Becky, it's the worst
We'll think on about it. Are we brave enough to do it? I don't know. We'll think on. But yeah, get ready for the Sheffield Online comments tomorrow, guys.
Right, what's going on in the world?
Well, we need to talk about Harry and Meghan. Obviously, we have talked about this a little bit earlier on in the week, but this was before the documentary dropped.
Yeah.
This is just with the trailer. You've seen a little bit of this, haven't you? I haven't seen any of it yet.
Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it would be. I watched like the first 5 minutes. Oh, I don't know. It's a bit like, they're like, we want to tell the story from our side. And it's like, all right, what's the story then? Same story as you told Oprah.
I think this is the thing. There's nothing really different. They're just like carrying it on, aren't they? Piers Morgan, actually, in fact, I think you told me about this. Piers Morgan did a thing basically ripping into them. But his points were valid at the same time as well. And he was saying that lots of the footage they've used of like press and of Harry, they're all old bits of footage. So one is a bit of like where they've used a lot of media in the documentary. It's actually media from Katie Price outside the Crown Court.
Yeah, how weird is that?
So that it's kind of like lying to people a little bit. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And then there's another one where Harry's like shielding his face from the media. That's a picture of him and his ex-girlfriend. It's not even Meghan.
Yeah. It's odd. I mean, also as well, a lot of they filmed themselves. So a lot of the, when you're watching TV, it's all portrait. So it doesn't even feel that it's very odd. Wasn't Harry filming a bit of them or like voice recording when they actually left the UK to move to America? But surely then they must have known they were going to do that documentary. So it's all been orchestrated. Oh yeah, it's all because she basically, he says actually, so a friend of ours said, why don't you just start a video diary? You never know. And it's like, at the time we were like, oh, okay, it felt a bit weird, but we thought, yeah. So it is orchestrated. It's so set up. It's actually unbelievable.
There's just something about the whole thing that just feels a bit off. And we were talking about this earlier, weren't we? That we feel like they're just trying to sort of hone in on the Diana stuff because everyone loved Diana. They're sort of including her a lot in the documentary. What's that bit about Meghan that you saw?
So there was a bit where Meghan's like got Archie, is it? Or one of her children. And they've got a lovely picture of Diana on the wall and she's just like holding the baby there and the baby's like looking at the picture. She's like, oh, is that your grandmother? That's Grandma Diana. And it's a little bit contrived, isn't it? It's a bit like, because they would have been like, right, what should we do now? I know, let's take the baby, put it near the photo. Yeah. You try and encourage the baby. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like, oh God.
It's a bit cringe, isn't it?
Are you going to watch it later?
I think I am, yes.
You can't binge watch it though, which is annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying.
So it's like 7 weeks. I'm going to be bored by the third week.
Yeah.
Right, mate. Oh, we're doing a Christmas party tomorrow, aren't we?
We are. So this is a bit of a new thing for us, isn't it? We've had a few people actually ask us to host their work's Christmas parties this year. I mean,
it's ironic, isn't it? Since we don't go out.
I know, but so we're doing our first one tomorrow night. It's actually for a lovely charity, isn't it?
Yes.
So we're looking forward to it. But we were just emailing them this morning just to make sure like everything's sorted and they've got everything we need and blah, blah, blah. And Karen, who's organising it, emailed back and went, mate.
She didn't put Y's in it. It's like, mate. I love it.
And basically, the venue where they're having the Christmas party, it's in Sheffield. They've got an issue. There's a major incident in the area. They've got no gas and no heating and no hot water.
That's so bad. This weekend, well, for a start, how cold is it at the moment?
The thing is, when you go out for a Christmas do, you want to wear your skimpy, sparkly clothes, and you don't want to go somewhere where it's going to be Baltic.
Yeah, I mean...
we're going to have to wear thermals tomorrow night, mate.
We are.
Long johns, vests.
Do you know what? Bit of dancing. We'll get them up, get them dancing. Bit of whiskey or whatever they drink. They'll warm themselves up, won't they?
I hope so. I hate being cold. It's my worst thing, being cold.
Well, I'm just on Metro at the moment. Martin Lewis is talking about whether you should or shouldn't actually leave your heating on. So apparently if you keep turning your heating on and off, which a lot of people are.
I do that.
It's a more of an effort for it to then warm your house up again or something. I haven't actually read into it, but I was talking to someone yesterday. Like, yeah, we've turned our heating off. But I was like, how mad is it that we're in 2022, some of the coldest weekends ever, and we're all like, oh, can't have the heating on.
I am choosing to live in ignorance at the moment. My heating's on, mate, and I am not even worrying about the money. Literally, I cannot not put the heating on at the moment. I don't care how much it costs.
It's just too cold. But there are a lot of people that are not putting their heating on.
They're braver than me.
I mean, well, they can't afford it. It's not a question of being brave.
Mate, I can't afford it. I'm going to be in debt this time next year, but I've got to be warm. I've got to be warm. I cannot be cold.
Literally yesterday I was like, girls, electric blankets on. Like at 6 p.m. I was like, they'll be warm by 8. You can get into bed. But yeah, it's cold.
Oh, it's Baltic.
Also, I've got one more mate. Have you seen the pictures of Stephen Bear turning up?
Yeah, what a plonker, by the way. What a plonker.
What is he?
I don't know. He's like a caricature of himself.
It's not, like, does he know what year he's in? He's got a big fur bloody
He looks like a
coat
pimp.
on.
He literally looks like a pimp from the 80s.
Yeah, it's so cringe.
But also, he's turning up to court for a really serious reason. Like, it's not a joke. It's really serious what he's there for.
He's turned up in a Rolls Royce, right? But people have looked into this Rolls Royce. You can just hire it out for like 150 quid a day.
It ain't is it? What a tool.
What a plonker. Right, so our lovely sponsors, Dunston Hall Garden Centre, today have opened up their Christmas grotto. They've put loads of photos on it on their social media. Go and have a look. It's amazing. You don't have to book. You can just turn up.
Yeah, which is the best bit. So if you do want to take the kids to see Father Christmas this... Father Christmas... I'm so excited. I've got a bike. And if you want like a really magical experience, because let's be honest, there are some really rubbish grottos and some really good ones. If you want an amazing magical experience, go to Dunston.
Yeah, definitely go to Dunston.
We're not laughing at that, by the way. We're laughing because Laura's just found a picture of us too.
If you do go to Dunston, send us some pics.
Oh yeah, we'd like to see, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I want to see what it's all about. But yeah, Dunston Hall Garden Centre, find them on Instagram. Just quickly, I found the picture. I can't post that.
Let's have a look. Turn it round.
Becky, we would be absolutely... I mean, we're asking for it.
That is awful. Nah, no, we can't. We're not brave enough.
But do we put the picture on Instagram anyway?
No, see, I'd be more nervous about putting it on Instagram than Sheffield Online. Why? To be honest, it's vile. It's a vile picture.
It's like we're at a wedding
so
day.
gross. It is, isn't it?
It's embarrassing.
Mate, we need to do Ringwood.
Yes.
Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa. Just seen something that they've put on their Instagram. So if you are still looking for a last minute gift, they've got 10% off if you purchase one of their vouchers this weekend.
Flash sale, guys.
Go.
We'll be there tomorrow, actually, won't we? I can't wait. Are we taking us some good
I don't think I can tomorrow.
I bloody can.
As much as I'd love to.
I think I kind of need it. Getting that sauna, I might sweat out my cold that I've got.
Yeah.
Sort my twitchy eye out.
Mate, you go for it and you have a blooming good time in there.
Yeah, but have a look on their Instagram because they've got loads going on over Christmas. Right, I'm off to Meadowhall.
Yes, and we're meeting up again this afternoon for a meeting. I'm going with my friend Dave to watch him have his haircut and his nostril hairs trimmed. It's like a thing we do all the time.
I love how that's a thing now.
Yeah, I'll report back tomorrow.
Yeah, bring the waxy bit back because I want to see how much hair he's got up his actual nose.
Gross.